Boom. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast. Yes, we were on a break last week, but you wouldn't know that unless you watched us live on LinkedIn the previous weeks to know that I wasn't there last week. But if you're just listening, it's on the normal platform, podcasting platform, the platform where you'd be listening to this. You wouldn't know that I was away last week because you'd be listening to it every single week when we release a single new podcast every single week. Every single week we release a new single podcast, new single, new podcast. We release a new episode every single week, so you will know that I was away last week because I was away taking downtime. But if you watch us live on YouTube, on LinkedIn every week, you'll know that last week we didn't record it because I was taking downtime. But I am back with the funky bass track, and here I am at the Public Speaking Expert Podcast. First of all, hello to everybody watching us live. Hello to everybody watching us on YouTube. And hello to everybody that listens to us week in, week out. It means the world to us. So make sure that as you are listening week in, week out, do you like, subscribe, and of course leave us a great comment, leave us a rating, because it helps other people hear about this. And the more people hear about this, the more we can impact people. The more we can impact people, the more we can help people speak their greatness. The more we can help people speak, we can help people speak their greatness. The more we can create a beautiful, magical, empowered world. So like, subscribe, and leave us an awesome rating. And of course, if you do leave us a rating, then you could be in for a gift. But you have to send us a picture of it. Send us a picture of it. Then we know you've actually done that. If you just tell us we've done that, we don't actually know you did it. And if you don't know we did it, and you say you did it, then how do we know you did it? So do it, and then send us a picture of it. Okay? So here we go. So am I mad? Here's the question. Am I mad? Am I absolutely bonkers, insane in the membrane, loco? Am I gone a bit crazy in the head by only focusing on one social media channel? This is the £1 million question. So here's the thing. Up until probably last year, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, anything else? Clubhouse. Although Clubhouse had probably came off earlier. All of these social media channels pouring my heart, my soul, my knowledge, my expertise, all going into it. YouTube, let's not forget YouTube, putting all of that into it. And then we made a decision. Pum, pum, pum. Let's simply double down on one channel. Controversial. I know, controversial. Because, of course, a lot of people talk about omnipresence. A lot of people talk about multiple channels. And, of course, there's nothing right or wrong with that. I'm just going to be sharing my experience, what's happened since we decided to double down on one channel and really put our efforts into one channel. And therefore, we became very focused on that one channel. And for those of you who do follow us on YouTube and stuff like that, you can actually find some of those webinars when we talk about how we double down on that one channel. But here's why we double down on the one channel and we actually stop posting on other channels. So I've also deleted my Instagram's accounts. I mean, the Speaker Awards have accounts, but I don't have an account. I had one account with over 2,000 for Speaker Express. I had a personal account that had a 1 point over 1,000, and then it got deleted, and then I set up another one and built up another 1,000, and then I deleted that one. So I deleted any presence I have on Instagram. I barely post on Facebook now. I every now and then tweet, but it has zero effort, like no effort whatsoever, right? Simply because we decided to double down on one channel. And why did we decide to do that? We decided to put all our efforts on a channel that doesn't necessarily bring us the most likes, doesn't necessarily bring us the most comments. There's other channels I could post on, and I would get far greater comments and I get far greater engagement from that point of view. But we decided to focus on a channel where we know our customer is. Now you will say, but Elliot, your customers on Facebook, your customers on TikTok, your customers on Instagram. Yes, but we focused on a channel where we know the customer could or would or might be looking for the service versus having to disrupt them, having to come up with various ways to get their attention to then get them in and therefore work with them, versus working on a platform that's set up for professionals to network, to connect. And therefore, when you approach them, as we do a lot of outbound outreach with the right approach, of course, then we are more likely to get a positive response. And although while we probably don't always get a positive response or a response at all, the majority of times that people do respond is very positive. So for someone like myself, there's a variety of services, right? I speak myself. So of course, if you want to book me, you know what to do. Reach out, book me, elliot.com, right? Go there, boom. Book a me, book a chicka, 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 book me. So I speak, I train speakers. I train speakers on delivery. And also we have an alert service now where we email you alerts every single day on the speaking opportunities, right? So with that in mind, where else would I go except on a platform that has my audience? My audience is consuming this information and they potentially will be looking or are looking for me as we speak. Now, not to say you can't have that presence on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Of course you can. But we decided to put our effort into that, right? And as a result, we have literally seen things massively grow, massively shift, right? Now, of course, I'm talking about LinkedIn, right? And for us, LinkedIn has been amazing. And for anyone out there who's an expert speaker, an influencer, someone you could be starting out already top of your game, LinkedIn is a gold mine, period. It's a gold mine. You know, I would put LinkedIn even sometimes above my website in terms of the place to go. Why? Here's the thing about LinkedIn. You got to understand the difference between LinkedIn and Instagram or Facebook. You know, I feel that on LinkedIn, you are posting now for later, right? So while you might post something today, actually it's consumed later on and you get likes and stuff later on. And now you can say that you can, of course, you can make that argument for other platforms, but for me, I feel that a lot more. I feel the presence with LinkedIn is posting now for later. The thing is, of course, around LinkedIn is it wasn't built for having likes. Of course, it's built to have comments. It was built for business to network, right? To communicate. So what shows up on people's feeds actually often is more appropriate than other platforms. Now, of course, it depends what you're posting and what you're talking about. So if I'm talking about the expert speaker space, if I'm talking about the executive presence space, people I'm talking about people out there who you're speaking to market or speaking to get themselves out there. LinkedIn is simply a gold mine because also there's so many different ways to display your work, your expertise, content. You've got the creator section, right? You've got the top of your bio. You can record yourself saying some things. So there's so many different ways you can actually display your expertise. And I feel LinkedIn lends itself to that versus other platforms that don't really. And you kind of have to find a way. And that's okay being creative. And again, it's encouraged. And I feel that a like on LinkedIn, a comment on LinkedIn has more weight to it because you know someone's literally consumed it, going, oh, yeah, that's good, like. Now, again, because it wasn't always built with the like in mind, to get a like is worth more. And of course, at the end of the day, it's all about the results, right? So I form partnerships as a result of LinkedIn. I've got clients as a result of LinkedIn. I've got speaking opportunities as a result of LinkedIn. And of course, it's about posting consistently. And no, I'm not funded or sponsored by LinkedIn, but I just want to encourage every single expert speaker, every single speaker to really think about where they're spending their time and their effort. Is it yielding results? Now, of course, it's going to take time because social media does. However, it's choosing the platform that has your audience and where are your audience hungry. I am not going to open a meat restaurant in a vegetarian neighborhood. No one will buy unless those who are like, hey, so vegetarianism, give me some food, give me some chicken, man, give me some chicken. Otherwise, I'm not going to do that. It is business suicide, right? Or vice versa. I wouldn't open a vegan restaurant where there is no demand for vegans, okay? To eat vegans because that's just weird, as in vegan food. Just to be clear for you strange people out there. Is someone going to come up to me now and go, oh, how dare you pick on people that eat people? That's wrong. That'll be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? Anyhow, my point is LinkedIn has what? 800 million users. 800 million, right? 800 million potential customers. Now, of course, not all of them are your customers. That's insane. But a small proportion of that, a small amount of that. But they're there because they're businesses. They have services and you have services, right? So since we've done that, I've gone from something like 3,000 plus followers, contacts to now 8,000, right? Partners, clients, profile. Now we get contacted a lot going, wow, I read your profile. I'll be interested in you speaking at our conference. Wow, I read your profile and I'd love to discuss this with you. Set up right, it's a goldmine. Honestly, it's a goldmine. The search button, you have access to events, to whose works there, to the organizers, to their LinkedIn, to their web page. You just got access to so much stuff. Then why wouldn't you be using LinkedIn to find speaking opportunities? Why wouldn't you use LinkedIn to display your expertise? So if you're an expert that speaks and you're listening to this and you don't have a LinkedIn presence, get a LinkedIn presence. And you don't need a large LinkedIn presence. We're working with someone, a lady called Devon, incredible young lady, just started on LinkedIn, posts a video a week, 3 paid speaking opportunities. With the right targeting, with the right content, you will get spotted. So, what are you waiting for? Is the question. What are you waiting for? Get out there, get LinkedIn, display your expertise. We can help you do that. If you need some support with that, if you need some guidance, if you need coaching around that, we can do that. We can support you with that. Because honestly, LinkedIn is the golden goose, but you don't have to cut it, hoping that gold will come flowing out like the golden goose story. All you need to do is get on there, have the right content, have the right profile, put the right videos on there, and you will get yourself booked. You will get yourself paid. You will get yourself noticed. Might take time. Okay. You might not be an overnight viral sensation, but it will happen. This is the way. I hope you enjoyed this. Short and sweet. Why I've doubled down. And am I mad? Maybe. Am I mad? But yes, one social media channel. Therefore, all the efforts, all the results come from there. And it's also another reason why we can track it. So this is the end of this one, right? Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure if you have any questions, reach out to me. There'll be a link in the comment if you want to book a call with me. If you want to talk about how we could potentially support your expert speaking, how maybe we'll help you unlock your executive presence. Who knows? Let's do this now. Reach out. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and leave us a great review. And we will be back, as always, every single week with a public speaking expert podcast. I really, really should record a new intro, right? Yes, I really should. I will. Keep an ear out for the new intro. Till next time, people, be seen, be heard, and always, always be more giraffe. Bye now.